Buenos dias. Good morning. My name is Frankie Miranda and I am President and CEO of Hispanic Federation, a nonprofit organization seeking to empower and advance the Hispanic community and its institutions. For decades, nonprofits in communities of color have spearheaded the provision of community services from after-school arts education to emergency food relief to support small businesses. During the height of the pandemic, their essential role was exemplified as they stretched their capacities to meet soaring demands for the most vulnerable communities. But Latinx, Black, and Asian-led nonprofits do not have the same resources as their white-led counterparts. The revenues of Black-led organizations, for example, are 24% smaller than revenues of white-led organizations, while their unrestricted net assets are 76% smaller. For those organizations contracted by the City of New York to provide vital human services, these resource disparities are compounded by city contracts that fail to meet their actual cost, leaving organizations struggling to raise additional funds and force them into competition with each other. And the competition can be fierce. Another example, Latino-led and serving nonprofit organizations only receive 1.3% of foundation dollars. There are many ways that city leaders can help address these inequities, but the most strategic approach is to invest directly in the ability of these organizations to build capacity. Fortunately, a powerful alliance to do just that is already in place: the Communities of Color Nonprofit Stabilization Fund. This fund aims to support people of color-led and serving nonprofits through capacity building grants designed to strengthen the sector's innovation, effectiveness, and impact. To begin to level the playing field, the city should invest in a $10 million multi-year contract with the fund to provide capacity building support to Latinx, Black, and Asian-led community-based organizations throughout the 5 boroughs. Initially seeded with $2.5 million from the New York City Council, the initiative has gone to support 464 capacity building projects for nonprofit organizations and strengthen the ecosystem of organizations working every day to create a more equitable city. But this should be only the beginning. A new level of long-term support will enable the fund to provide more grants, training, and technical assistance to nonprofits best positioned to meet the needs of their communities, and enable these organizations to invest in their own futures. With support launching fundraising campaigns, managing cash flows, recruiting volunteers, upgrading technology, and investing in their people, New York's nonprofits of color can realize their most inclusive and robust vision and lead the way to a more equitable future. Thank you. Muchas gracias.